Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please hit the subscribe. Now this start video. The Young and the Restless spoilers indicate that Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, may be planning to go to extreme lengths to rekindle her romance with Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer. Given her past as a skilled schemer, it wouldn't be surprising if she revisits some of her more manipulative tactics to try and secure a future with him. Summer has certainly undergone a lot of growth over the years, especially since she previously used her life-saving liver donation to Lola Rosel's, Sasha Khalid, as leverage to get Kyle to marry her. While Summer has evolved and matured, the intense feelings she still holds for Kyle might push her to do things she never thought possible in order to win him back. In fact, spoilers suggest that Summer might prove she's truly Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, daughter, by embracing her mother's more devious qualities and strategies. This could lead to trouble, as Summer may end up channeling some of Phyllis' more underhanded tactics to orchestrate a scheme that could have major consequences. The tension between Summer and Kyle started building when Phyllis faked her death and framed Diane Jenkins Abbott, Susan Walters, for it. Diane was arrested under false pretenses, and when Summer learned that Phyllis was alive but didn't immediately come forward with the truth, it sparked a rift in her marriage to Kyle. The consequences of that deception are still being felt, and while Kyle has been working on forgiving Diane, his relationship with Summer may still be far from repaired. But what if Summer decides to play dirty, drawing inspiration from Phyllis' playbook? Could she frame Claire Newman, Haley Aaron, for a crime in a desperate attempt to drive a wedge between Kyle and Claire? While Kyle has made strides in accepting Diane back into his life, his emotions are still raw from the drama that has surrounded his mother. Diane continues to worry about the influence of Victor Newman, Eric Braden, on Kyle, especially regarding his connection to Claire. The complicated dynamic between Kyle, Diane, and Claire could give Summer the perfect opening to create a situation where it looks like Claire has targeted Diane. One of Summer's potential tactics could involve the revelation that Claire was involved in poisoning Jordan, Colleen Zank. Although Jordan may have voluntarily drunk the poisoned tea, it was Claire who tainted it, giving Summer the ammunition she needs to set Claire up. Summer could use this information to make it seem as though Claire is once again up to no good, perhaps even trying to eliminate Diane. If Summer can craft a scenario where it appears that Claire is targeting Diane, she could easily position herself as the hero. Imagine Summer stepping in just in time to save Diane from what looks like a poisoned drink. Of course, Summer would have to be very careful to ensure that no real harm comes to Diane, but the opportunity for Summer to manipulate the situation in her favor might be too good to pass up. Alternatively, Summer could take a more personal approach, positioning herself as Claire's victim to gain sympathy from Kyle. If Summer fakes a medical emergency and accuses Claire of poisoning her, it would create a narrative where Kyle feels he needs to protect her from Claire's alleged malicious actions. This could make Kyle question Claire's sanity, especially if he's already worried about the effects of the trauma Claire experienced with Jordan. Regardless of which path Summer chooses, it's clear that she's willing to cross some major lines in her pursuit of Kyle. This development hints at a sneaky, manipulative side of Summer that fans have seen before, but with much higher stakes involved this time. Summer's desperation might drive her to drastic measures as she tries to win back Kyle and prove to him that she's the one he should be with. As Summer continues to strategize, her plans could have far-reaching consequences, not only for her relationship with Kyle, but for the dynamics within the Abbott and Newman families. It's no secret that Kyle and Diane's relationship has been fraught with tension, especially after the tumultuous events surrounding Phyllis' faked death and the subsequent fallout. Summer's return to manipulative behavior could further strain her relationship with her family, particularly with Phyllis. After all, Phyllis has always been known for her schemes, but the question remains, will she approve of Summer's more drastic actions, or will she see them as too dangerous, even for someone who is trying to win back the love of her life? Kyle's feelings for Diane are complicated, and Summer's potential manipulation might cause him to question everything he believes about the people in his life. Despite his progress in forgiving Diane, he's still working through his emotions and trying to balance his loyalties to his mother, his love for Summer, and the ever-evolving situation with Claire. If Summer frames Claire for a crime, such as the poisoning of Jordan, it could put Kyle in a difficult position. He's already torn between his love for Summer and his attempts to create a relationship with Diane. Adding a layer of doubt about Claire's intentions would put even more pressure on Kyle to make a difficult decision. Furthermore, Summer's plan could backfire in ways she may not anticipate. While she might be trying to win back Kyle's heart, she could inadvertently push him further away by making him question her integrity. Kyle is no stranger to deception, especially when it comes to family matters. His ability to forgive Diane was already a monumental step for him, and if Summer continues down a path of dishonesty, it could cause him to lose faith in both her and her ability to genuinely change. But Summer's desperation for Kyle's love might cloud her judgment. She has always been someone who knows how to manipulate the people around her to get what she wants, but her recent growth and maturity could be tested by her desire to rekindle her marriage. Will she recognize the potential consequences of her actions, or will her schemes continue to escalate until she's no longer in control? Summer's role in this complex family drama could also have a lasting impact on her relationship with her own mother, Phyllis. The two women share a strong bond, but they also share a history of conflict, especially when it comes to their manipulative tendencies. Phyllis might be the one person who understands Summer's actions, but she may also serve as a cautionary figure, someone who warns her daughter about the dangers of going too far in her pursuit of love. Phyllis herself has suffered the consequences of her own schemes in the past, and she might realize that Summer's latest moves could lead to even greater complications down the road. There's also the potential for other characters to get involved in Summer's plot to frame Claire, particularly members of the Newman family. Diane, for example, could become suspicious of Summer's actions, especially if she starts to notice the manipulation happening behind the scenes. Diane's relationship with Kyle is still fragile, and if she gets wind of Summer's machinations, she might decide to protect her own interests and push back against Summer's attempts to control the situation. Victor Newman, too, could play a role in this drama. He's always looking out for his family's best interests, and if he believes Summer's actions could hurt Kyle or undermine his relationship with Diane, he might step in to stop her. As Summer continues to plot, her actions could also bring her closer to other characters on the show. She might find herself working more closely with Phyllis, who may support her daughter's pursuit of Kyle in her own way, even if it involves some questionable tactics. Alternatively, Summer could begin to form unexpected alliances with characters like Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, or Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinel, who could offer valuable information about Claire's past. While these alliances might help Summer achieve her goals, they could also complicate things further as each character's personal agenda comes into play. If Summer does succeed in framing Claire, the fallout could be dramatic and far-reaching. Claire could be forced to defend herself against accusations that she's a threat to Diane, which could ultimately push Kyle and Claire further apart. In that scenario, Summer might find herself in the precarious position of holding all the power, at least temporarily. But what happens when Kyle starts to see through the facade? What if his love for Claire outweighs his concerns for Diane's safety? The dynamic between the three could change drastically if Kyle realizes that Summer's actions were driven by her own insecurities and desperation. Even if Summer's plan works in the short term, it could create a rift between her and Kyle that might be impossible to repair. Kyle might be willing to forgive some of Summer's past mistakes, but if he feels manipulated, it could destroy any chance of reconciliation. Summer will have to ask herself whether it's worth risking everything for a chance at winning back Kyle's heart. Whatever happens, the young and the restless fans can expect a roller coaster ride as Summer's schemes unfold and her relationships with Kyle, Claire, and others become more entangled. Will Summer succeed in reclaiming her place in Kyle's life, or will her manipulative actions have consequences she never expected? Only time will tell, but the drama is sure to be intense. In the coming months, viewers can expect Summer's schemes to evolve as she continues to navigate her complicated relationship with Kyle, Diane, and Claire.